A huge part of our story was that in December of 2019, my wife of 15 years was unexpectedly diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. You know, as a parent, as a husband, my world was rocked. And I remember one moment in particular being on the floor of a friend's house just shaking. I remember in that moment, like all these traumas in my life suddenly came forward. And in that moment, I knew that something deep was going on inside of me. You know, obviously, when you lose a spouse, you lose the person that you've done the deepest life with. And then I think adding to that, the reality of being a single parent. I mean, in all honesty, when my wife was alive, she was the primary caretaker of the kids. And it was like, oh my word, when she passed, I remember thinking, how the heck am I going to possibly raise these two boys well? And I'm learning in our own story that the answer is community. It's the beautiful gift of people who have come alongside of us, who have challenged us to see that God is bigger in the midst of these hurts and challenges that have walked with us. And part of that has been Refuge. Refuge has been a gift not only to me, but to my son. Refuge has allowed us to find a safe place, to find connection, to find encouragement, to find people who are willing to take the time to understand and offer true, authentic empathy. Counseling and finding healing really is a place to come honestly with your wounds. There's no condemnation, no shame. It just is an honest, safe place to begin the deep work of processing. But I came to Refuge because these were places that I could do a different kind of work. You know, I'd been in talk therapy, but particularly had the opportunity to dive into neurofeedback. Just find a way that, in the way that these traumas had begun to wire my brain, to kind of get back to that new normal of who I knew I used to be. The sliding scale has been a huge gift to our family. Part of our family story is that my oldest actually has some challenges being on the spectrum. And I remember when I first began to look at counseling, it was like, well, man, he needs to be the priority. I need to get him in first to make sure that he gets the treatment that he needs. And, you know, kind of just walk in this place where it was like, okay, I need to put away what I'm struggling with to make sure he gets the care first. And the sliding scale really allowed us the place for both of us to come, for both of us to find healing. I'm just so grateful to the Refuge Center to have that opportunity so that we can both find healing and we didn't have to make this heartbreaking choice of who goes first. This grief journey has really led me into a place of learning it's about vulnerability and honesty. It's about not running from the wounds, not hiding from the wounds, but staring them down in safe communities that are going to move you towards that place of healing and restoration. Hope grows at Refuge because it's a safe place for families, for the grieving, and for guys to find health and wholeness in Christ.
Thank you.